So Dr. K, or Healthy Gamer GG, recently just put out a little controversial video titled Why Venting is Always a Bad Idea. Now, I just want to make it absolutely clear that I 100% agree with him and just the entire premise of the video. And if you haven't already watched his video, then make sure to watch that video first and then come back to this one. I have a link down in the description just for you to use. So go ahead and watch that one and you can come back to this one. But essentially, the entire premise of Dr. K's video is that people who vent about their problems, they're less likely to actually take action on those said problems, meaning that they never find a solution for any of it because they end up just venting all the time about their problems instead of actually focusing on solving this. Now, throughout my experience and throughout the friendships that I had and the relationships that I've had with people, I 100% agree with that because a lot of people, when they vent about things, they take absolutely no action behind it. And this is one of the things that Dr. K had mentioned as well, is that there's a positive correlation between how much somebody vents about something and how much action that they will actually take on it. The more somebody vents about something, then the less action that they're going to take on it. And obviously there's a lot of psychological reasons that Dr. K actually gets into, but one of the things that I want to point out from his video is that you just have less emotional power. You have less prowess whenever you're venting about something. You basically kind of trick your brain that you're actually trying to come up and formulate a solution when you're actually not. You haven't really taken any action, but your brain thinks that you have. So it's an artificial like dopamine hit essentially, right? And because of that, because your brain thinks that you're already making progress on something, your brain is all about efficiency. So it's not going to just store power for you to use to actually fix your problems. No, because it already thinks that you're actively progressing into fixing your problems and actively progressing into making you happy and secure, and basically just getting rid of those problems. Now, I do want to point out that I don't think venting is like the end of the world. If you want to talk about your problems to your family, to your friends, or maybe even a professional, I think 100% you should. But it all comes down to what actually are you gaining out of it? Is it just a venting session for being a venting session, or just, you trying to spill tea about your life, or somebody else is trying to spill tea about their life? Then it's probably not going to help you. And I've been saying this for ages, especially in like my friend group. I know you might not know me personally, but I've been saying this for a really long time that venting really does not solve your problems. You can vent about a problem once, twice, maybe even 3 times, but eventually people are going to get tired of hearing you. And this is a common theme that I've kind of tried my best to actually portray as well in my previous videos, that you need to be your own knight in shining armor. Nobody is coming to save you. So you venting to somebody else, and they can sympathize with you, they can empathize with you, they can, tell you that it's really hard, that you're going to make it through, they can encourage you, and they can do all these things, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to you. And venting is literally not going to solve any of those problems. Now, if venting is done with a purpose, then it might still help. What should that purpose be? That purpose should definitely just be trying to think about things the right way if you haven't had the time or the energy to do so. Because I do understand that talking to somebody sometimes helps. Sometimes it clears your thoughts. Sometimes the other person asks some questions that make you view the situation in a different light. And I think that is very necessary for us human beings just to go through. But aside from that, how much has venting actually helped you? How much has it improved your situation? And by the way, venting also does one of these things that I didn't realize, or at least I didn't know how to articulate it in words until I watched Dr. K's video, was that it trains our minds to consistently think negative thoughts. And once you're in the habit of doing so, it's very hard to get off of that habit. Essentially because you keep on telling yourself about how bad your life is. You keep on repeating that, and so you start to believe it as well. And this is a concept that I talked about previously, but I didn't make that correlation into venting as well. But you essentially just become a horse with blinders on, and all you can do is just look at the negative aspects of your life. And that is terrible for anybody's mental and emotional health. So you need to stop doing that, because all you're going to end up doing is focus on the problem and not do anything else about it except prevent. And it's a closed loop situation because you're basically just making a habit out of it all. All I'm trying to say is you should be your own knight in shining armor. You should not be a victim to your own mindset or to your own venting, especially. You should take action for the things that you want and for the things that need to improve in your life. For example, you don't want to be the couch bum that all he does is complain about his weight all the time. Because I know several people that do the same thing. But they don't take any action behind it. They're just like, yeah, man, I'm so fat, I'm gaining weight, this and that and whatnot. I don't know how much I gained so much weight. And I'm like, dude, look at your diet. Look at your exercising habits. Have you changed anything at all? If not, then don't be surprised when you gain so much weight. And if you actually take into account all of these things, then you'll actually get the result that you are looking for. Either way, don't be a victim, man. You're in charge of your own life. You're the captain of this ship that is given to you called life. It is up to you on how you actually want to go about it. I'm not against venting all the way, but I do think that venting is detrimental past a certain point. After that, you need to focus on the situation and focus on the problem, and you need to get results. That is the only way that your life is ever going to get better. Anyways, guys, this was episode number 67 of the Daily Lessons podcast. I really appreciate you guys watching. Just please make sure to hit that subscribe button because it will mean the world to me. And check out Dr. K's channel as well if you haven't already. I really benefit from his videos all the time as well. All right, guys, take care. This is Yusha signing out. Bye.